When most people think of luxury cars, they picture six-figure price tags and ownership reserved only for the wealthy. But here's the truth, you don't need deep pockets to roll in style. Thanks to depreciation, you can score a once high-end $50,000 plus luxury ride for as little as $5,000 today. We're diving into 8 luxury cars that combine class, comfort, and status, all while staying friendly on the wallet. Some are reliable daily drivers, others are high-maintenance headaches worth the risk, but all of them deliver that premium look and feel for budget money. Number 8. Lexus LS400. The Lexus LS400 wasn't just a car, it was a mic drop moment in automotive history. Back in the late 1980s, Toyota wanted to prove they could do more than make sensible family sedans. They wanted to dethrone Mercedes and BMW at their own game, so they invested a staggering $1 billion into creating a car so refined, so smooth, and so reliable that the Europeans had no choice but to take notice. The result was the LS400, a sedan so quiet it made libraries jealous. Reviewers at the time compared shutting the doors to closing a bank vault, and that reputation for durability, legendary. Some LS400s have racked up over 1 million miles on their original engines, which is basically the automotive equivalent of running 10 marathons barefoot and still asking for dessert. Driving one today doesn't feel sporty, but that's not the point. The LS400 is about understated class. No one will mistake it for a flashy sports car, but everyone will notice how effortlessly it glides down the road. The best part? You can find clean examples for under $5,000, making it the perfect ride for anyone who wants to look classy on a fast food budget. Number 7. Cadillac CTS. If the LS400 was Japan's love letter to the luxury world, the Cadillac CTS was America's comeback mixtape. Released in the early 2000s, it was GM's bold attempt to finally compete with the BMW 5 Series and Mercedes E-Class. From the outside, it looked promising. Sharp lines, aggressive stance, and just enough swagger to turn heads. Inside though, let's just say Cadillac hadn't fully cracked the European luxury code yet. Plasticky materials and dated design held it back, but to its credit, the CTS had big, cushy seats that felt like a lazy boy recliner. And if you were lucky enough to get your hands on the CTS-V, the performance variant, you had a monster on your hands. At one point, the world's fastest 4-door sedan around the Nürburgring. Sadly, the V is still above our $5,000 budget, but the base CTS can still deliver a comfortable, stylish ride. Plus, since it shares parts with GM's lineup, repairs won't leave your wallet crying in the corner. You can find solid examples for around $5,000 to $6,000, but if you bargain hunt like a pro, you might land one closer to $5,000. Not bad for a car that once carried Cadillac's reputation on its back. Number 6. Jaguar XJ. Owning a Jaguar XJ is like dating someone incredibly attractive but a little unpredictable. You know there's going to be drama, but you just can't resist the charm. With its long hood, elegant proportions, and timeless design, the XJ might be one of the most beautiful sedans ever built. Park it next to almost anything else from the early 2000s, and it still looks like royalty. Inside, the XJ spoiled drivers with soft leather, polished wood, and an air of old-school luxury. It wasn't just a car. It was a rolling cigar lounge. Under the skin, it featured modern touches like an aluminum chassis and adaptive suspension, which made it surprisingly advanced for its time. But let's address the elephant in the garage: reliability. Jaguars have a reputation for leaving their owners stranded, and while newer XJs are better than the memes suggest, you still need to be diligent with maintenance. The good news? A well-kept XJ can be a dependable cruiser. And if you really want to spice things up, the supercharged XJR turns this stately sedan into a tire-smoking hooligan. Prices start around $4,400, meaning you can roll like British nobility without selling your tea set. Number 5. Chrysler 300C. When the Chrysler 300C hit the streets, people did a double take. With its big, bold grille and muscular stance, it looked like someone accidentally priced a Bentley in the wrong section of the lot. Underneath, though, it borrowed its bones from Mercedes-Benz, thanks to Chrysler's German connection at the time, which gave it surprisingly good ride quality and handling for an American sedan. The interior wasn't exactly dripping with refinement. Japanese and German rivals definitely had the edge, but it wasn't bad either. The 300C was roomy, smooth, and carried itself with undeniable road presence. Best of all, repair costs are relatively low, making it a practical choice for anyone who wants luxury looks without luxury repair bills. You can scoop one up for $3,000 to $5,000, but if you stretch your budget slightly, the SRT8 variant with its HEMI V8 transforms this classy sedan into a burnout machine. For anyone wanting that Bentley swagger on a thrift store budget, the 300C delivers. Number 4. Audi A8. Speaking of Bentleys, let's talk about the Audi A8, specifically the second generation model from the early 2000s. Fun fact, this car shares its platform with the Bentley Continental Flying Spur, meaning you're basically getting Bentley DNA for pennies on the dollar. Not bad, right? Audi's aluminum space frame made the A8 light on its feet, while the interior oozed class with clean lines and top-notch materials. It wasn't loud or flashy, it was subtle luxury at its finest. Slide behind the wheel and you'll feel like a VIP without drawing too much attention. The catch? Maintenance. A car that cost around $100,000 new isn't going to be cheap to fix when it breaks 2 decades later. Sure, you can find examples for under $5,000, but if you've got a bit more wiggle room in your budget, spending closer to $10,000 to $15,000 gets you a better kept, less headache-prone car. If you've ever wanted to feel like Jason Statham in The Transporter, this is the ride for you. Number 3. BMW 7 Series E65/E66. The BMW 7 Series has always been BMW's flagship, but the E65/E66 generation, early 2000s, is infamous. Why? The styling was controversial, and the new iDrive system was so confusing that owners wanted to throw the manual at the engineer who designed it. Add in high repair costs, and you've got a recipe for a car that scared off a lot of buyers. And yet, when everything works, it's glorious. The engines are powerful, the ride is smooth yet engaging, and the badge still carries serious prestige. Buying one for around $5,000 is tempting, but be prepared to either become best friends with your mechanic or start learning DIY repair skills. High risk, high reward. If you're brave enough, the E65 could be your ticket to big body BMW luxury on a shoestring. Number 2. Mercedes-Benz S-Class. Few cars carry as much weight as the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. For decades, it's been the ultimate statement of success, the car of choice for business moguls, heads of state, and anyone who wants to announce their arrival in style. Everything about the S-Class screams refinement, whisper quiet interiors, sumptuous leather, and suspension that makes potholes feel like suggestions. Reliability is better than you'd expect too, since most of the early 2000s issues were ironed out under warranty. The downside? Repairs, when needed, aren't cheap. Still, for under $5,000 to $6,000, you can find examples that make you feel like a king. Want a taste of the high life without spending like a monarch? The S-Class is your chariot. Number 1. Porsche Cayenne. Finally, we have the SUV that made purists cry but saved an entire brand, the Porsche Cayenne. When it debuted, Porsche fans were horrified that their beloved sports car maker was building an SUV. But then the Cayenne turned out to be really good. Like, shockingly good. On the road, it drove like a Porsche should, tight, responsive, and fun. Off-road, it was even more capable than most luxury SUVs, with features like a 2-speed transfer case and locking differentials. And here's the kicker, it's actually one of the more reliable luxury SUVs of its era. Avoid the sluggish 3.6-liter V6 and go for the 4.5-liter V8 instead. For $4,500, you can grab a Cayenne that looks tough, drives like a dream, and still carries that prestigious Porsche badge. It's practical, fun, and proof that sometimes the critics are wrong. And there you have it, 8 luxury cars that look way more expensive than they really are. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, keep chasing that dream ride without breaking the bank.